Hello students, in a previous video we have started Le Chatelier's principle, and in that we have seen two factors which will shift the equilibrium and the corresponding shift of equilibrium according to rise or fall of those factors. Those two factors were change in concentration and second was change in a temperature. Now in the present video we will continue with the third factor, which is change in a pressure. Change in pressure is considered along with change in volume for a gas phase reaction. Now we would concentrate on change of pressure only, because the effect for change of pressure will be opposite to change of volume at constant temperature. Means if pressure is increased, then volume will decrease, and if pressure is decreased, then volume will increase. So these two are opposite to each other, and from that we can conclude the shift of equilibrium. Now first thing, make it clear, change in temperature has no effect on equilibrium position if only pure solid or liquid components are present. जर इक्विलिब्रियम मिक्सचरमध्ये आयदर लिक्विड और सॉलिड अँड लिक्विड असे कंपोनंट प्रेझेंट आहेत, किंवा जस्ट सॉलिड अँड लिक्विड और ओनली ऑल टुगेदरली लिक्विड असे कंपोनंट जर प्रेझेंट आहे, तर त्या केसमध्ये चेंज ऑफ प्रेशर इक्विलिब्रियम पोजिशनवरती काही इफेक्ट नाही करणार. अँड द रिझन इज लिक्विड्स और प्युअर सॉलिड्स आर इनकम्प्रेसिबल सबस्टन्सेस. So there would be no change in volume, and if there is no change in volume, then there would not be a shift in equilibrium. So it is very clear that change is operative or change is effective when reactant or product or equilibrium mixture has a gases in it. If a gas is present, then change of pressure can change the position of equilibrium. Next thing, when homogeneous gas phase reaction is there, reaction is homogeneous and gas phase with delta n equal to 0. असो होमोजिनियस गॅस फेज रिएक्शन ज्यामध्ये डेल्टा एन नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मायनस नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ रिएक्टंट हा डिफरन्स 0 आहे, देन देर इज नो शिफ्ट. There is no effect on position of equilibrium. As a reason आपण later discuss करू. पहिल्यांदा आपण type of reaction पाहू. Suppose H2 gaseous plus I2 gaseous is reversibly converted to 2HI gaseous. This is homogeneous gas phase reaction. When all the gases are present in a equilibrium mixture, then there must be effect of change in pressure on it. But practically what happens for this particular reaction, delta n value, which is number of moles of product 2 minus number of moles of reactant 1 plus 1, is equal to 0, and therefore there is no shift of equilibrium due to प्रेशर चेंज. प्रेशर जर आपण चेंज करतोय तर इक्विलिब्रियम पोजिशनवरती काहीच इफेक्ट होणार नाही जर गिवन रिएक्शनचं डेल्टा एन 0 असेल तर. मग कुठल्या रिएक्शन्समध्ये चेंज ऑफ प्रेशर पोजिशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम चेंज करेल, देन इट विल इफेक्ट रिएक्शन्स इन विच गॅसियस reactions has delta n non-zero. Pressure change can change the position of equilibrium. Pressure change cannot change the position of equilibrium. अशा टाईपचे क्वेश्चन्स असू शकतो. फॉर विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग रिॲक्शन, तर त्यामध्ये ऑप्शन्समधून आपल्याला ह्या क्रायटेरियावरून जी रिॲक्शन विचारलेली आहे ती सॉर्ट आउट करायची. जर इफेक्ट कुठं आहे विचारलेलं आहे, देन वी नीड टू सॉर्ट आउट दॅट रिॲक्शन विच इज गॅस फेज and with the delta n equals to non-zero value, or if it is asked which reaction will not be affected by change in pressure, or equilibrium of which reaction will not shift by change in pressure, then we need to sort this type of reaction. Either the reaction including only liquids, only liquid kudla, for example by ester hydrolysis, ester plus water converted to carboxylic acid plus alcohol, all are liquid together, so there will be no effect of change in pressure. H2 plus I2 or this type of reaction with delta n equal to 0 value again has a no effect of change of pressure on their equilibrium position. मग ज्यात नॉन झिरो व्हॅल्यू आहे असे कुठले रिॲक्शन्स आहेत? फॉर एक्झाम्पल द रिॲक्शन इज सेम नायट्रोजन गॅसियस प्लस 3 हायड्रोजन गॅसियस रिव्हर्सिबली कन्वर्टेड टू 2NH3 gaseous. This is the reaction. Now this particular reaction has a delta n equals to 2 moles of product minus 1 plus 3 mole of reactant minus 2. To check the effect of change in pressure, we need to consider what happens with the total moles of reactant and product in a forward and backward reaction. What happens mean what? तर आपल्याला हे चेक करायचं आहे की फॉरवर्डमध्ये रिॲक्टंटचे जे टोटल मोल्स प्रोडक्टमध्ये बदलत आहेत, तर प्रोडक्टमध्ये बदलल्याच्या नंतर मोल्सची संख्या वाढत आहे का कमी होत आहे. बॅकवर्ड आणि फॉरवर्डमध्ये आपण पहिल्यांदा हे डिसाईड करतो की फॉरवर्ड चेंज आणि बॅकवर्ड चेंजमध्ये एकूण मोल्सची संख्या वाढत आहे का कमी होत आहे, आणि त्यावरून आपल्याला प्रेशर चेंज किंवा त्याचा करस्पॉन्डिंग इफेक्ट ऑन इक्विलिब्रियम पोजिशन चेक करता येतो. हाऊ टू डिसाइड? प्रेझेंट रिॲक्शनमध्ये पहा, इफ वी कन्सिडर अ फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शन, इन अ फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शन वी हॅव number of moles of reactant equals to 4 and number of moles of product equal to 2. So 4 to 2, the number of moles are decreased. Forward N2 plus 3 H2 converted to 2NH3. So total 4 mole reactant was there, which is converted into 2 mole product. So what net change with respect to mole is, in forward reaction number of moles has decreased, it became half. On contrary, in a backward reaction there are 2 moles of product which are decomposed into 4 moles of reactant. आपण हे नोट करून घ्या. Sorry, 2 moles of reactant are there. A reactant of backward reaction is ammonia, and that is decomposed into nitrogen and hydrogen, which is a product of reaction. So there are moles of reactant 2 and moles of product 4. So change is 2 moles of reactant has changed to 4 mole of product. Number of moles is increasing in a backward reaction. Make it clear. For given reaction there is change in number of moles. Number of moles in a forward reaction are decreasing and number of moles in a backward reaction are increasing. Now when we increase a pressure, when pressure is increased for a gas phase reaction, then that will decrease the volume. Increase of pressure will always compress the gases, so that will reduce the volume. Now volume is reduced means available volume for given number of moles has contracted. 100 moles साठी इक्विलिब्रियम मिक्सचरला 10 लिटर वॉल्यूम अवेलेबल आहे. आपण त्याचं प्रेशर डबल करतोय. प्रेशर डबल केल्यामुळे वॉल्यूम हाफ होईल, तर वॉल्यूम झालं 5 लिटर. पूर्वी 100 मोल्स रिॲक्टंट प्लस प्रोडक्टसाठी 10 लिटर वॉल्यूम अवेलेबल होतं. आता सेम 100 मोलसाठी 5 लिटर वॉल्यूम अवेलेबल आहे. त्यामुळं वॉल्यूम कंजेस्टेड झालं किंवा रेड्यूस झालं तर मॉलिक्युल्समधलं इंटरलॉकिंग वाढतं, इंटरलॉकिंग किंवा कोलिजन वाढतं आणि त्यामुळं रिॲक्शन मिक्सचर स्वतःला अशा स्टेजला घेऊन जायला प्रिफर करतो जिथं तो नंबर ऑफ मोल्सला कमी करू शकेल. Pressure increase will always push the equilibrium towards that side which will decrease the number of moles, and pressure decrease will always push the equilibrium towards that side which will increase number of moles. Now for this particular reaction, if we increase the pressure, then it has to move in that direction in which it can reduce its number of moles, and its number of moles are decreasing in a forward reaction for this particular example. So we can say, for given example, increase of pressure will decrease number of moles. This implies rate of forward in given example will become greater than backward. If rate of forward is greater than backward, then shift will be clearly towards the right hand side. Shift towards right, because increase of pressure has decreased the available volume. Now volume is not sufficient for a large number of molecule or moles we can say. So large number of molecule has to minimize. So to minimize, what can be favored? To minimize the number of moles, reaction has to move in that direction in which it can decrease the mole, means it will move in a forward change from 4 to 2. More nitrogen and hydrogen will combine to produce ammonia. So for 10 molecule combined, there would be 4 formation of 5 molecules of ammonia. 100 molecule togetherly combined, 50 moles of ammonia will be generated. So net number of moles will decrease from 100 to 50, it will become half. 4 change to 2, 100 will reduce to 50, 400 will reduce to 200. So increase of pressure will always push or stress the reaction to move in that direction in which it can reduce its number of moles. For this given example particular, number of moles are decreasing in a forward reaction. Therefore rate of forward will increase and that will become greater than backward, and equilibrium will shift towards the right hand side. Whereas decrease of pressure will increase the number of moles, that will allow more formation of moles, and more formation of moles is occurring in a backward. So rate of backward will become greater than forward, and shift of equilibrium will be towards a left hand side. So shift towards the left or shift towards the reactant will be there. Clear? So revise it once. Change of pressure will shift the equilibrium according to change in number of moles. Increase of pressure will always push the reaction towards a decreasing number of moles, and decrease of pressure will push the reaction towards increasing number of moles. Decrease of pressure, increasing number of moles, increase of pressure, decreasing number of moles. Now this increase and decrease in a number of moles depend on given reaction. त्यातली फॉरवर्ड किंवा बॅकवर्ड ह्यांचं नेचर आयदर इन्क्रीज करतं का डिक्रीज करतं हे रिॲक्शनवर डिपेंड करेल, आणि त्यामुळं प्रत्येक रिॲक्शनमध्ये ह्या मोल्समध्ये होणाऱ्या चेंजनुसार हे शिफ्ट होते. असं नेसेसरी नाही की प्रेशर राईज ऑलवेज राईटला शिफ्ट देईन किंवा प्रेशर फॉल लेफ्टला शिफ्ट देईन, ह्याच्या उलट पण असू शकतं. आपण एक कन्व्हेन्शनल एक्झाम्पल पुन्हा पाहू. PCl5 रिव्हर्सिबली डिकम्पोज टू PCl3 plus Cl2, homogeneous gas phase reaction it is. In a forward reaction the number of moles are increasing, in a backward reaction number of moles are decreasing. Clear? फॉरवर्ड मध्ये 1 मोल रिॲक्टंट 2 मोल प्रोडक्ट देतो, बॅकवर्ड मध्ये 2 मोल रिॲक्टंट पासून 1च मोल प्रोडक्ट भेटतोय. तर ह्या केसमध्ये जर आपण प्रेशर इन्क्रीज करतोय तर रेट कुणाचा वाढेल? increase of pressure will increase the rate of decreasing number of moles, means rate of backward will be greater than rate of forward, and this will shift towards the left hand side. and for pressure decrease, rate of forward will be greater than backward, and here the shift is towards the right. This is exact opposite to previous result. Previous result was rise of pressure towards the right shift. Here rise of pressure is towards the left shift. Or there was a fall of pressure towards the left shift. Here the fall of pressure conduct the shift towards the right. So change of pressure shift the equilibrium depending upon natures of its own half reactions, either towards right or towards left. Then how to state effect of pressure? To state effect of pressure, we can state the effect on moles only. We can say rise of pressure will push the reaction towards a decreasing number of moles, and fall of pressure will push the reaction towards increasing number of moles. Okay. So this one is the third parameter which practically changes the position of equilibrium. Okay. इथपर्यंतच्या पॅरामीटर्सवर आपण एक टर्म पाहू जो कॉमनली ऑब्जेक्टिव्हमध्ये येतो ॲज अ थेरॉटिकल क्वेश्चन, दॅट विच इज अ मोर फेवरेबल कंडिशन फॉर गिवन रिॲक्शन. सर्टन रिॲक्शन दिलेलं असेल आणि त्यासाठी मोर फेवरेबल कंडिशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ टेम्परेचर अँड प्रेशर असं विचारलेलं राहील. तर आपल्याला हे स्टेट करायचं आहे की रिॲक्शनमध्ये प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशनचा रेट वाढवण्यासाठी मोर फेवरेबल कंडिशन्स काय असतील. प्रोडक्ट फॉर्मेशनचा रेट हा म्हणजेच थोडक्यात फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शनचा रेट वाढवण्यासाठीचे मोर फेवरेबल कंडिशन्स काय. Whenever the question for reversible reaction will be asked, so what are more favorable conditions? जर क्वेश्चन कुठलाही असं विचारलेलं आहे, what are favorable conditions, तर ह्या केसमध्ये आपल्याला चेक काय करायचं आहे, कंडिशन्स फॉर फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शन. फेवरेबल कंडिशन्स म्हणजेच काय, मोर फेवरेबल पॅरामीटर और मोर फेवरेबल टेम्परेचर प्रेशर स्टेट टू गेट मोर प्रोडक्ट ऑफ फॉरवर्ड ओनली. है ना, बॅकवर्डचं मोर प्रोडक्ट घेणं म्हणजे उलट रिॲक्शनला रिॲक्टंटकडं घेऊन येणं. त्यामुळे आपण फेवरेबल कंडिशन स्टेट करत असताना फॉरवर्डसाठीचे फेवरेबल कंडिशन स्टेट करू. नाव सपोज द रिॲक्शन इज नायट्रोजन गॅसियस plus 3 hydrogen gaseous reversibly converted to 2NH3 gaseous. Now what is more favorable? ह्याचे ऑप्शन्स असतील हाय टेम्परेचर हाय प्रेशर, लो टेम्परेचर लो प्रेशर, हाय टेम्परेचर लो प्रेशर, लो टेम्परेचर हाय प्रेशर, असे 4 सेट ऑफ ऑप्शन्स आहेत. आपण कोण फेवरेबल जास्त राहील ते चेक करू. मोर अमोनिया फॉर्मेशनसाठी जर आपण विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टेम्परेचर कन्सिडर करतोय तर अमोनिया फॉर्मेशन गिवन रिॲक्शनची फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शन आहे आणि फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अमोनिया हे एक्झोथर्मिक आहे. त्यामुळे एक्झोथर्मिकचं जर रेट वाढवायचं असेल तर आपल्याला टेम्परेचर कमी करावं लागेल. ह्यातलं फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शन हे एक्झोथर्मिक टाईपचं आहे आणि एक्झोथर्मिकसाठी आपल्याला टेम्परेचर कमी लागतं. सो वी रिक्वायर्ड लो टेम्परेचर. एक पॅरामीटर क्लिअर झालं. नेक्स्ट प्रेशरच्या केसमध्ये फेवरेबल कंडिशन जर आपण चेक करतोय तर फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शनमध्ये होणारं नंबर ऑफ मोल्समधलं चेंज पहा. फॉरवर्डमध्ये 4 मोल रिॲक्टंट 2 मोल प्रोडक्ट देतोय म्हणजेच नंबर ऑफ मोल्स कमी होत आहेत. जर रिॲक्शनला लेस नंबर ऑफ मोल्सकडं पुश करायचं असेल तर आपल्याला प्रेशरला इन्क्रीज करावं लागेल. सो वी नीड टू इन्क्रीज द प्रेशर टू सबजेक्ट द रिॲक्शन टूवर्ड्स डिक्रीजिंग नंबर ऑफ मोल्स. So now we have two clear criteria that for present given reaction the more favorable conditions will be low temperature and high pressure. लो टेम्परेचरला ग्रेटर प्रेशर जर आपण रिॲक्शन मिक्सचरवर एक्झर्ट करत गेलो तर आपल्याला अमोनियाचं फॉर्मेशन रेट वाढवता येईल. क्लिअर. आणखी एक एक्झाम्पल पाहू आपण. Now suppose the reaction is calcium carbonate solid reversibly decomposed to calcium oxide solid plus CO2 gaseous. We have to state what are the favorable conditions for this reaction in terms of temperature and pressure. Purapa. Calcium carbonate is decomposed to oxide and CO2. Decomposition of calcium carbonate is an endothermic reaction. So here we have conclusion. Forward reaction in this case is an endothermic, and to increase the rate of endo we need to increase the temperature. This is application of Le Chatelier's principle. Next thing, in a forward reaction when we are checking effect of pressure, we need to check the change in number of moles. In a forward reaction, there was a solid reactant with one more solid product and one single gaseous product. So number of moles initially for a gas phase substance were 0, and on product side it becomes 1. So number of moles are increasing, and to subject this particular reaction towards side of increasing number of moles, we need to decrease the pressure, which is again application of Le Chatelier's principle. So for this particular reaction, if we are about to state a favorable condition, then favorable condition for this reaction will be high temperature and low pressure. So high temperature and low pressure. These are the favorable conditions for this particular reaction. हे काही केमिकल रिॲक्शन्समध्ये येणारे इक्विलिब्रियम पाहिले आपण. एक फिजिकल फेज ट्रान्झिशन इक्विलिब्रियम पाहू आपण. सपोज H2O लिक्विड इज रिव्हर्सिबली कन्वर्टेड टू H2O सॉलिड. म्हणजे हे वॉटर आहे, क्लिअर लिक्विड वॉटर, and it is converted to ice. Now what is more favorable to it? पुन्हा आपण in terms of temperature pressure check करू. Liquid water converted to solid ice, the change is exothermic. So forward reaction is exothermic in a nature, and to increase its rate we need to decrease the temperature. Next, from H2O liquid to H2O solid. Now here is a contradiction. We don't have a comparison choice in terms of number of moles, because we have 1 mole reactant with 1 mole product. Delta N for this particular phase transition is 0. So what can be effect of change in pressure? To check the effect of change in pressure, we need to concentrate on change in volume also. Now in this particular stage, water liquid when converted to ice, in a forward change, volume is increasing because density of ice is less than density of water. Because of that, ice float on water. When we freeze water, it increases its volume. Increase in volume for a same mass will decrease its density. So effect of change in pressure, when there is no choice on a number of moles, we need to concentrate another feature, which is a volume. फॉरवर्ड रिॲक्शनमध्ये व्हॉल्यूम वाढत आहे, आणि जर व्हॉल्यूम वाढत असेल, लार्जर व्हॉल्यूम जर आपल्याला पाहिजे असेल, तर प्रेशर कमी करावं लागेल. टू फेवर द रिॲक्शन इन अ डायरेक्शन ऑफ अ ग्रेटर व्हॉल्यूम, we need to reduce its pressure. So presently we have 2 parameters for freezing of a liquid water. There should be low temperature and low pressure. हाय प्रेशरला पण फ्रीजिंग एक्सटेंट कमी होत असतो, लो टेम्परेचरला फ्रीजिंग एक्सटेंट वाढतो, हाय टेम्परेचरला मेल्टिंग फेवर होतो. ठीक. नेक्स्ट now one more equilibrium. Suppose H2O liquid, which is common water at room temperature, is vaporized to H2O gas. Vapors these are. Now what are a favorable condition? Now select a forward and its a corresponding change with respect to exo, endo nature and volume. Now here we do not have choice in a moles. Forward reaction is a conversion of liquid water to gaseous water. It is endothermic change है ना. मेल्टिंग जसं एंडोथर्मिक आहे तसं वेपरायझेशन पण एंडोथर्मिकच आहे. तर एंडोथर्मिकचं रेट वाढवायचं आहे आपल्याला, तर टेम्परेचर राईज करावं लागेल. ओके. नेक्स्ट, अगेन इन अ फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन, if we consider change in a volume, then liquid water is about to convert into a gas. When there is a large change in a volume, for forward change there is a rise in volume by greater extent, and for a greater volume we need a minimum pressure. So here favorable conditions will be high temperature for a greater vaporization and low pressure for easy escape or accommodation of produced vapors. जे वेपर प्रोड्यूस होणार आहेत त्यांना इझिली अकोमोडेट करण्यासाठी किंवा कंटेनरमध्ये इझिली मूव्ह होण्यासाठी लेस प्रेशर असणं गरजेचं आहे. सो मोर फेवरेबल कंडिशन्स फॉर डिफरंट रिॲक्शन्स आपण हे पाहतो. असं कॉन्ट्ररी बऱ्याचशा रिॲक्शन्स स्टेट करता येतील. आपण काही एक्झाम्पल्स आपण कन्क्लूड केले. नाव सपोज PCl5 is decomposed to PCl3 and Cl2. Then what is a favorable condition? PCl5 decomposed means it is endothermic, so that requires a high temperature. And PCl5 decomposed to Cl2 and PCl3, moles are increasing, so high moles, less pressure, decomposition, high temperature. So for reaction PCl5 converted to PCl3 plus Cl2, for this particular reaction PCl5 decomposed to PCl3 plus Cl2, the favorable conditions will be high temperature because this one is an endo change and number of moles are increasing, therefore there should be low pressure. Clear? तर असं आपल्याला सॉर्ट करता येईल. ओके. नाव नेक्स्ट टू दिस क्वेश्चन we would move to the fourth factor in a Le Chatelier's principle, that is what is effect of catalyst. Effect of catalyst. Now catalyst is that substance which generally increases rate of chemical reaction. In a reversible reaction, characteristics of catalyst is that catalyst increase a rate of forward and backward both reactions by equal amount. Now because rate of forward and backward both the reactions increased by equal extent, there will be no shift in equilibrium. Both are increased by same extent, so there is no shift in equilibrium. Then what will happen? Is there any change due to addition of catalyst? Yes, there is a change. If reaction is started with a certain concentration and reaching to the equilibrium after 10 minutes in absence of catalyst, then in presence of catalyst the reaction will reach to equilibrium within a 5 minutes or time less than 10 minutes, because rates has increased, but it will reach to equilibrium at that particular stage to which it has reached in absence of catalyst. If progression of reaction is continued up to 60% in absence of catalyst and then it reached to equilibrium, then in presence of catalyst also it will progress to 60% and then only it will reach to equilibrium. So what the net change is, there is no shift in equilibrium, neither towards the left nor earlier nor later it is obtained, but time required to reach equilibrium is reduced. This is the net change. And the last parameter is effect of inert gas. Whenever we introduce a inert gas to a reaction mixture, added inert gas do not interfere with any reactant or product of equilibrium mixture. Inert gas has no effect on component of equilibrium mixture. Next thing, added inert gas also do not change volume available for reaction mixture gases. So, because it is not changing volume, because it is not interacting with any species, there would be no shift in equilibrium. So, these two are the parameters which practically do not change position of equilibrium. We can say these are not a stress factor in a Le Chatelier's principle. Stress is that which can change equilibrium, and those factors were change of concentration, change of temperature and change of pressure. Okay. So, we have completed with the last article in our chapter, that is Le Chatelier's principle. In upcoming video, we would solve some more calculations, problem based on the equations we have seen, and then we would complete the chapter. Thank you.